Okay, it's December the 30th, 2022, and I am walking from Burger King, and I'm about to do a crosswalk, but I'm going to wait and do the crosswalk later. I just got through speaking about how this African American lady was running from something. That's what the video of the resident showed. And she got to the door that had the door camera, and she was trying to she was touching the doorbell, but whatever was chasing her, because at the time you really couldn't see if it was a black male, a female, but definitely how this what it was dragged her, you would think was a male. So that's the UPS at Annapolis Police. So she got to the doorbell, and she was pressing the button, okay? And but she only was able to press it a few times before whatever it was grabbed her and literally took her like you would see a lion or some type of large predator take a prey. All you can see is this body dragging this woman like the woman didn't weigh anything. And I'm still at the crosswalk here, so I'm still. This is Whole Foods, and then the video, then afterwards they did a documentation about what happened. They didn't release too much information, but the video, the door had a camera. She looked African American. They didn't release information about her, but they released information about the assailant or the predator. And it was a black male. It just so happened to be a black male. Okay, now you know there's other predators, but this one was a black male. So what happened was it looked like she pressed the button a couple of times, the doorbell. She was like trying to get help, and he grabbed her like he was a robot of some sort, like some type like he had a strength abnormally. Okay, literally I mean, the video, you would not think a male could grab a woman, a full body like that. You would think that maybe the person would be, because she was kicking and she was trying to stop from being dragged, and he grabbed her like you would pick up a baby. The next thing you saw was nothing. They said what I was reading about the article, what I remember, I'll leave room for error, that he was able to take the woman to another place. And so what they were saying is the last thing you want to do is allow a predator to take you from one place to another. Because so what that predator that had, I'm telling you, this so happened to be a black male, had strength, it looked like, of 3 men. I mean, the woman was kicking and she was being pulled away from the door, the house that had a camera. And you would think that male had the strength of 3 or 4 men. I'm gonna go ahead and try to walk across the crosswalk. So what they were saying, those that teach self-defense and rape activists and so forth, because they definitely, what I remember reading implied or said that the predator was able to take her to another place and do what he wanted to do to her. excuse me. And they were saying the last thing you need to do is allow a predator, a rapist, whatever you should do, fight with all your might, not to let them take you to the next place, the next spot. Because once you let them do that, that's when it's over. Either you might be alive or you might not. You might survive it, you might not. So, my thought is, the woman was kicking. The woman was trying her best to fight for her life. And this male, it looked like a regular human male from the physical being. It looked like a regular human male. Dragged this woman like he had the strength of 3 and 4 men. So they released the video, and the video was circulating, and then there was an article about what happened. Then one day I checked, and whoever released the video, which I'm assuming it was someone who was able to get a hold of the video, I thought possibly the one that had the door camera deleted or was not able to show. It said the video cannot be shown. But they showed the picture of the predator. So I'm in Annapolis, Sheik Dwayne Balfour Bay, and I'm among hearing those that say the Birdman, werewolf, brother, in an odd manner. She love your son. She love your son. He loves you in an odd manner. And they've been saying it for a long time. I mean, literally hearing those that look to be living or domiciling as citizens look to be in Annapolis, or hearing frequency of some type of noise or close around the room saying, just wait for her. He loves peace. Just wait for her. He loves peace. Or just wait, give her time, with an African American accent or in a Spanish accent as well. And then hearing pale skin accent saying 3. I have never implied or even spoke the words that either have Imani, Gray Bay, as Morris, I run the Arrington-Bey, that I want to involve myself with anyone personally here in Annapolis, Maryland as a naturalized Moor. No one in Annapolis, Maryland can say that, and they can say it because they can lie. I've experienced lies. But truthfully, that Imani Gray Bay and I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, as naturalized Moors who affirm to uphold constitutional laws of freedom, can say that we know anyone personally here and we wanted to engage or have some type of connection with anyone personally here in Annapolis. That includes, predominantly I would say this because the most engagements that have been abusive have been from those that look to be African American, Black, Negro. But then that would be the Mongoloid, the next that speaks Spanish, and those that definitely speak Spanish, and then the pale skin. Not one person, truthfully. But yet, I hear so many citizens saying, she love your son. When I say so many, more than 5 or 6. He loves you. He loved that girl. They've been in the room for a long time. They've been waiting for a long time. I hear them say military close and around the room. Police. The noise that I've heard that seemed to be close and around the room is so unnatural and odd. And then my tablet,
my tablet would start making noises out of the blue. I had to get another phone because one night, Arrington-Bey, as I was singing songs and I was dedicating songs to you on Twitter, I had my earplugs in, but when I took my earplugs out, I heard so much feedback. It definitely sounded like African American, black male, black Negro male, and female accents. But the phone got a zap. I heard the phone get a zap. The phone, not this one that I got, this is what prompted me to get this phone. And the phone stopped working. So what I was saying, Arrington-Bey, imagine, I'm going to go ahead and walk this way. Imagine a community. I'm not saying this is what happened with the woman that was dragged away, raped, and abused. But imagine she was running, and we don't know how far she ran. She was running for a while, knocking on doors, ringing doorbells for help. But a community or neighborhood, I'm just saying this is imagine, came together and collaborated to allow it to be done, because maybe that stalker was stalking her for a while, and maybe they felt like it was time for him to get what was rightfully due. Maybe they said he paid. So I told you that I hear a lot of them say they paid. They keep saying we paid. As a naturalized Moor, I know that can never be true. But those that are mentally ill in their thought process, and if you have a group or a community that encourage this form of mental illness, okay? Because you know it's mentally ill when you have laws against rape, but if someone can say that they paid, how can you bring justice to a rapist when the rapist could just say, I paid to rape? So you know that's mental illness. This is basic rational thinking. Basic rational thinking. I don't have a law degree. I didn't go to college for 4 years. This is basic rational thinking. But when you're mentally ill, literally on many levels, and it's not just one or two, but you might have a small group or a small community, and they encourage violence, abuse, and this type of engagement, you can see how it can be done. Especially if they've been doing it for years and years before and never was brought to justice about it. Maybe there were children involved. These are just thoughts. Kids, some people say kids, I say children. Years and years, so they normalize the children having to do certain things in reference to sex, in reference to sex trafficking for years and years and years. Imagine. So the rape victim, we don't know how many doors she knocked on before she was pulled away, according to the video. I was so upset that they deleted the video, because you were actually able to see the strength of this male. And so I'm pretty sure the male, when it was out, or looked like an average male. It could look like with no strength. This average male walking. So that video really showed this strength coming from it was like, I was surprised to see how strong a male can pull a full-grown body. So, it wasn't that he pulled her, it was how fast he did it. It was like she touched the button like this, and then she was gone. You saw her being dragged like this. That's what lets you know that the male had a lot of strength, whatever it was, because we are among gene manipulation and DNA manipulation, whatever it was. If it was a it. So we don't know how many doors she's she just one story. I have a feeling there's many stories like that in many cities. I have a feeling there's many stories like this in many cities that's not being broadcast on the news or circulating on the internet, or I don't have privy to. I mean, this is just one story. And then you have the average citizens who look like they have some type of college education encouraging such acts of violence. So that lets you know you don't have to be educated to be uncivilized. Most criminals, mass murderers, were very educated. I would say not most. I'm using the wrong word. A lot of them were. Cannibals. They have demonstrated some of the education of the cannibals. Let me say that, because I might not be truthful by saying most. I didn't go through and put 1, 2, 3 and do my little statistics. So I'm gonna end this after I walk up here. I mean, literally at Extended Stay America, I hear this Spanish-speaking male accent saying no, like a vacuum, like it's deranged. No. I mean, literally like it's some type of robot or unnatural. I don't know what it is. So imagine immigrants being used as terrorists in this manner to subjugate someone for the reasons that are not spoke of. Imagine. I had never experienced the behavior I experienced from African American Black Negroes until I came to Annapolis. Never ever. Until I was so surprised. I truly didn't know how to react, or because I was growing spiritually. I truly never, until I came to Annapolis, I didn't even know that the military was so prevalent. The United States Navy, Army. I had no idea. Or NASA. These are all entities that involve science. Science and knowledge of science. Whether it's knowledge of sound, the science of sound and how to manipulate sound, body languages, mental behavior. I did not know. But nonetheless, when I found out, the last thing I would think with the United States Navy, Army being so prevalent in other military forces, that I would experience anything like this here, because I'm a naturalized Moor. And so I assume they are naturalized to uphold laws of freedom too. It's December the 30th, 2022. The last place I would think any form of violence, suspected sex trafficking, any type of criminal activity would be in a city where the military, Navy, Army, and so forth are so prevalent. when you are among mentally ill, and now I'm not saying that this is the case with those that are in the Navy and Army, but I know that there is mental illness everywhere, and gene and DNA manipulation, and I'm more aware of that now. I wasn't before. I learned more about that when I came to Annapolis. I had no idea. I had no idea about gene and DNA manipulation until I came to Annapolis, and I started to be exposed to different articles about it. Islam, but that's how Allah works.